We're going to look at Slay the Spire 2 for a little bit. I have not, all I did was come on last night to set things up. I have not played it at all yet. So, and here are all the patch notes. Which, so just February 26th. Okay, so, and I'm really curious, so I want to know who has it so that we can try the multiplayer, because I'm very curious about the multiplayer. But right now, we'll do the single player. Okay, let's see here. All right, we should be good to go. So yeah, we start with the Ironclad, as we're used to. Same thing from Slay the Spire. I am on, yeah, like for a minute, I'm like, I'm on the right game, right? Yeah, Slay the Spire, the Ironclad. At the end of combat, you heal 6 HP. Sure, we'll enable tutorials. I do know how to play, but it's been a minute. Okay, yep, select a room to travel in. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards acquire energy. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to block. It wears off. So block in this game wears off at the start of your next turn, and you can see your enemy's intent. So they're going to hit me for 12. I can... I will block all of that damage. And end my turn. Okay. Now the enemy is going to block. So they're going to block on its turn, but also attack for 6. So I'm going to defend. And then I'm going to strike. And strike. No more cards? If there are no more cards, your discard pile is shuffled into your draw pile. Okay. You're going to use a buff, so you're probably going to strengthen yourself. But you're not going to hit me. So I'm going to bash. I'm going to hit you and then make you more vulnerable. So now I will deal, if you'll notice, the damage on the card has gone up because that's how much I'm going to do now. It was 6. Sorry, it was 5. Now it's 6. Okay. They have added their buff as strength, which means they're going to deal additional damage. So the question is, can I take them out? I can, because they only have like 18 points of life left. So I can do 6 and 6. Oh, never mind. They're dead. All right. So remember to pick up your loot. Add a card to your deck. Let's see. Deal 7 damage. Ooh, interesting. Lose 2 HP and gain 16 block. Apply 2 vulnerable. I'm going to go with setup strike. You can also skip your rewards if you want. Sometimes you may get something that actually benefits you to skip your rewards. Okay, I see all kinds of unknowns over here, so we're going to go over here. Okay. You are going to attack for 4. You are going to give me 2 status cards. I don't like this because you're going to put cards in my deck or in my hand in my deck that I don't want to use. Okay. So I have 7 damage coming my way. Magic the Gathering has taught me how to think like this. And don't necessarily worry about how much each is doing. Worry about how much total is coming your way. One of the things that Bibbidi Bibbidi does that I like is Bibbidi Bibbidi will tell you it'll just total how much damage is coming your way. So 7. So I'm going to block for 10. And then I can strike for 6. Yeah, we'll just do the slimes. Okay. That's what I thought. I have been slimed. Okay. You are also going to give me a status card. You're going to attack for 8. You're going to attack for 4. So I have 12 damage coming my way. I'm going to use a strike to take you out. So now I only have 8 damage coming my way. So that's a little bit better. I will defend. I should have used the setup strike earlier. And I will smack you. That feels so funky, right? Okay, that hurt. Interesting. Okay, you're going to attack me for 3. So let me... Can I take you out, though? I can. I'm going to do... Actually, that was not smart. Well, no, it's fine. I'll take you out. That way I don't have any damage incoming. And then I'll just hit you for 6. Okay, so then this card, it's interesting. Because it does let me draw a card, but it also uses 1 energy to do so. So it feels like you might want this card, but you're basically using, like, you know, eventually your entire deck will end up completely slimed, and that's the hard part. Is if you have a full hand of these, it's not going to help you to be able to play them. But what I am going to do is defend, and then strike. Okay, so you're probably, yeah, see, now I'm getting more of these in my hand, and they're kind of useless. So let's deal 7 damage and gain 2 strength. And then let's slime. Okay, we ended up getting another defense card, so we don't really need that. So let's just get rid of these. Let me guess, more slime cards? Yep. Okay. All right, we're going to go bash and 2 vulnerable. And then we're going to strike for 9. And you dids. Okay, so let's get our gold. Add a card. So this is a power card. Power cards apply a buff to you when used. Buffs remain for the duration of the single combat. So this is something that you can use that's a passive for the whole combat. This one's interesting. I lose 1 HP, but it deals 9 damage to all enemies. And I have to admit, this is one of my favorite cards. Anger. Deals 6 damage, but then you add a copy of this card into your discard pile. I like the idea and I like the concept because, like, anger doesn't dissipate. Like, you know, doing an anger thing just keeps like on itself. So I'm going to take the anger card. Okay, Undone. Birdonus Nest. You spot an enormous shambling beast chase off an injured green bird. In the alcove the bird fled from, a single unguarded egg lies abandoned. Your stomach gurgles. I can eat the egg and gain 7 max HP. Or I can take the egg, add it to my deck. It's unplayable, but it can be hatched at a rest site, so I want to see what this is. So we're going to take the egg. Sorry, bird. You gently scoop up the egg and stow it, thinking it may hatch into something useful later. Okay, the rest sites, though, I don't have a rest site anytime soon, because I went this way, but that's okay. Oh, look at that little bug. Okay, this enemy's going to apply a debuff to me, a shrinker beetle. I'm guessing the debuff is going to make me weaker, so I don't do as much damage. So I'm going to bash and apply 2 vulnerable, which means that when I come for you, I'm going to deal additional damage. So I'll deal 9 damage with this attack. And then it's your turn. So what are you going to do? You're going to hit me with a weak? You legitimately shrunk me. While the Shrinker Beetle is alive, your attacks deal 30% less damage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's kind of impressive. Also really sucks. Okay. Cool. Well, let's just do my wee bit of damage. Hey, Stormageddon, welcome on in. How are you doing? Let's defend. And then let's do a little bit more damage. Yikes. Okay, this is gonna hurt. But okay. That's okay. We will deal some anger for free. And then we'll strike. Yeah, okay. The shrink wore off. We got our health back at the end of combat. We got some gold. We got a fire potion. Potions are cool because you can do instants with these. So like you can just throw them during combat or drink them. And add a card. Let's try dismantle. Deal 8 damage if the enemy is vulnerable, hits twice. So if I can hit an enemy with vulnerable first, then I can do them twice damage. So let's try that. I am glad you're getting over being sick. That is good. Okay, another unknown event. Sapphire seed. You narrowly avoid stepping on a bright, sharp seed. Its unmistakable color gives away that it's a sapphire seed. Weren't these incredible seeds supposed to be extinct? Legends say that consuming one can greatly amplify your endurance, but what if you plant and nourish it instead? So if we consume it, we heal and upgrade a card in our deck. But this is where you start enchanting cards. So this is new for Slay the Spire. If we plant and nourish it, then we enchant a card with Sown, meaning the first time you play this card each combat, you gain energy. Oh, you know, let's do the bash. Yeah. Because that way, I'll get the additional one. You scour the overgrowth and find a pot with good aeration. Then you trek around searching for an untouched spot where light peeks through a cracked wall. Carefully, you reinforce the pot with bark and vine to camouflage it. Fill it with loamy, nutrient-rich soil and nestle the seed just beneath the surface. Finally, you gather dew from nearby plants and pour it over the soil. Grow big, little seed. Unknowingly, the sapphire seed attaches to you spiritually, thankful of your hard work. Another unknown encounter. Oh. Inklet. So they're all going to attack me. So I have 3, 5, 7, 10. 10 incoming damage coming my way. And they're slippery. The next time Inklet loses HP, it only loses 1 HP instead. That kind of sucks for me. But that's okay. I'll do this. And then this. I should have done the other one. That's fine. And then this. Okay. What do I have? 9 damage incoming. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, 10 damage. Wow, that sucks. Okay, great. Cool. That's fine. That's just fine. Let's play Bash. Okay, but it does apply vulnerable. Am I going to be able to take you out this turn? I think I can. Okay, so I'm taking out the one that's going to do 10 damage, because yikes. They do look like little small cat ninjas. They do. I don't have anything to heal with, so that kind of sucks for me. But I will play... I'll do the freebie. Okay, you're going to hit me for 6 damage, so I'm going to just block for 10 and strike for 6. Okay, and then I will bash and you're done. Okay, so I healed 6 back at the end of combat, but not all the way. Yeah, they're little ink ninjas. Okay. Gain 1 block. I like the shrug it off art. Gain 8 block and draw 1 card. Stomp. Deal 12 damage to all enemies, and it costs 1 less for every attack played this turn. So if I can get an anger that is free, this will cost less. We're going to try Stomp. Just like the Brothers Johnson. Okay. There's a lot of combat ahead of me. Oh, what are you? 72 hit points? This enemy intends to attack for 4 damage 2 times. Crap. Okay, so I'll block. I'll deal 7. And then it's not vulnerable, but I'll still take the 10. Hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. Yikes. Okay. 12 damage to all enemies. It's 1 less for each attack played this turn. But I can deal 18. You're going to put a debuff on me. Okay, I can deal 18 damage, so I'm just going to deal that. Now I can okay, so because I spent those 2, now I can do 12 damage. What are you going to do to me? Oh, you just made me vulnerable? That's fine. I mean, okay, that's technically it's not fine because you're going to attack me for 21 damage and I receive 50% more damage. So your attack is going to be like 30 damage. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. It's not a boss, I don't think. Oops, hold on. Yeah, this is just a regular enemy. Rude, right? Okay, let's hit you for 8 and apply vulnerable to you. See how you like it. Anger, which will deal 9 damage. And puts another copy of Anger in my discard pile. And then I'm just going to block as much as possible because this is about to hurt. Now you're going to deal 12 incoming damage. So I will hit you again for 12 and apply 2 vulnerable. And then I have an anger card, so I will apply 6 damage, which is actually 9 because you're weak. You're vulnerable. Okay, yeah, that hurt. Okay, plus 20 gold, a strength potion, and add a card. Rage is a skill. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. That's really nice. Thunderclap. I'm going to go with Rage. Okay. I could use a rest site because I really want to see what the thing turns into. So we'll try and go to the rest site. But we have a lot of enemies in our way. Okay. So we got this tanky knight up front. We got this tracker here. And then this assassin looking all prissy in the back. Yeah, so I've only just started. This is my first Slay the Spire 2 run. So you open with the Ironclad. And yeah. Okay, so you're going to hit me for 5. You're going to hit me for 11. You're going to debuff me. I don't love this for me. Okay, I don't trust the assassin. And then I'm going to defend. And then I'm going to deal 12 damage to all enemies. So that will take... Oh, fudging fudgicles. I did it wrong. Okay, well then we'll just keep hitting the assassin. I did it wrong. I meant to do that in a different order. I'm frail. And transparent. Okay. This is going to be clutch. Because right now I have a debuff, so I actually gain less block from cards for 2 turns, but that's okay. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. So first off, skill. Alright. Attack with anger. Okay, so I gained 3 block. Strike for 6. And then we'll gain a little bit more block and a little bit more block. So that's 12 block. I'm going to have 13 damage incoming. Kind of sucks. You let 1 point of damage through? Okay. You know, and note, Slay the Spire is one of those... Slay the Spire is one of those fun things because it's like, you're not always going to win. As a matter of fact, sometimes you're going to die a lot. Okay. Let's apply Vulnerable to the Axe Raider. Then we will deal 10 damage to you. And I gain some strength. And then let's deal 8 damage to you, so that should take you out. You're going to have 8 damage coming my way, which sucks, but I will... sorry, you're 1 damage 8 times. Bap, 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 bap. Did not love that for me, but okay. Alright, whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 blocks. So let's start out with this. Also, it's free. We have 1 attack. So we gain 3 block. We need 8 block. And we can just end our turn, because that's fine. Can't touch us. I don't have any healing. That would be amazing. Okay, so here's where Stomp really comes in handy. I won't need it, but because I have free attacks, by playing that, the price of this card went down by 1. Now, if I played this, it would go down by 1 again. I'm just going to go ahead and play Stomp, which will deal 12 damage, and that should be done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could really use a rest. Ooh, Battle Trance. Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. Uppercut. Deal 13 damage and apply 1 weak and 1 vulnerable. Let's go with Battle Trance. Okay, we're going to go for the rest site so we can hatch that card and then... Oh, great. It's more of these nibbits. Nibbit. Nibbit. Okay. You intend to attack for 6, block. You are going to buff yourself. So I'm going to start out with the skill. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. Rage. Then I will attack with anger. I mean, you generally do attack with anger. Which gives me an automatic of 3 block and another copy of anger. I'm going to I'm going to keep attacking. Because every attack gains me more block. And I mean, I'll use it. I don't need to, but I'll use it anyway. Okay, so they've booped their strength up. So they will be hitting harder this turn. Battle Trance. Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. That's fine. Let's go for it. Okay. Now I've got a full hand to manage stuff. I'll deal 7 damage with this one and get a strength boost. Okay, which means that now I can bash for 10 and apply vulnerable. Or do I defend for... Yeah, I should defend. Because that'll mitigate 10 points of damage. Okay, now I have 22 points of damage incoming. This is really starting to suck for me, not gonna lie. Okay. Cool. Cool. This will do 12 damage to all enemies. Cool. Yeah, no, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. I think I can still win this one. But yeah, it's not doing well. Okay, 8 damage and 2 vulnerable. Anger. 9 damage. Strike. And then we'll gain 5 block. So I'll take 3 points of damage. So now I need 21 points of damage to get through your little crappity crap here. Alright, let's draw all my cards. Perfect. Okay. I'll play Rage. Not that I might not need to that much. Anger. Set up strike. 7. Okay, now I have 2 strength, so now I'm dealing 8 damage. Okay, you're done. Ooh, wait. 11 gold. Ooh, an energy potion. And a card. Lose HP but gain... Oh, no. These ones are fun. You deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. X is how much energy you have. Those are fun, so I'm going to do that one. Treasure. What's inside? So this is a relic. Relics found throughout the Spire are unique bonuses that remain throughout your run. This is Gorget. Someone who knows medieval stuff can tell me how to pronounce that. At the start of combat, gain 4 plating. So, at the end of my turn, I gain block. So, okay, so when I'm going to start combat, at the end of my turn, I will gain 4 block, 3, 2, and then 1. So that's handy to have. Okay, now here's the rest site. I probably have options. Yeah, I can rest. I can smith. I'm going to hatch the egg because I want to see what happens. A bird pip will accompany me in battles. Also, bird swoop. Deal 14 damage. Okay. Gorge it. All right. I'm going to need that rest after this. Again, because I need to heal. Oh, okay. Because you're protecting. Yeah, because you're protecting here. Okay. Look at that. I got a friend. My little friend. A slithering strangler. That does not sound fun. Okay, but no one is going to attack me on this turn. So I will do my best to just get up in there. I don't trust the slithering strangler. Sorry. Sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry. I don't trust you. So, boop. 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 Okay, so yeah, you're going to hit me with the sliming cards. Constrict. Oh, what does that do? While the slithering strangler is alive, at the end of your turn, take 3 damage. Ooh. Okay. I think it might be time for them to reap the whirlwind. I have not been setting that joke up this entire time. It just happened. Deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. I have 3 energy right now, so I would deal 15 damage. However, I'm going to use this to gain 2 energy. So now I will deal 25 points of damage to all enemies. Or, well, let's see here. If I bash, that's 2, so that would still be 3. Deal 8 damage. Yeah, 5 damage to all enemies X times. So, but let me see here. So this will deal 8 and do vulnerable to you, because you're the real problem here. If you're alive, I'm going to take 3 points of damage at the end of the turn. You're just going to do 8 points of damage, which does suck, but is not the worst. So I think I will actually bash you first. Now I'm going to deal 20 points of damage to all enemies, except you're going to take a little bit more damage because you're vulnerable. Yeah, okay. So I'm no longer constricted. I will be taking 8 points of damage. Well, 5, because I got the plating. But the constrictor is dead. And now I also have this. Bird swoop. Deal 14 damage. Up yours. I have a bird friend. Ooh, deal 5 damage twice? Or gain 5 let's go with Iron Wave. Okay. I am gonna hit up the merchant. Just to see what you got. Okay. So we have some cards. Hand of Greed. I like this. Deal 20 damage. If the attack is fatal, then you gain 20 gold. Let's look at some let's look and see if we can find some a relic might be fun. That's every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn. I'm going to try the Orrery and see what happens. We get to add cards to our deck. Sword Boomerang. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. We'll do another Anger. Deal 9 damage and increase this card's damage by 5 this combat. Whenever you lose HP on your turn, gain 1 strength. Ooh. We'll try that one. Vulnerable. Headbutt. Deal 9 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on the top of your draw pile. Okay. Now we have 49, so... And this is on sale, so we may as well go ahead and buy it. Okay. Thank you. Another fight. We've actually managed to not fight any elites all the way here, so yay. Now it's just a bunch of slimes. Look at this. Look at these slimes. I'm sorry, little body. You gotta go. Okay. You are gonna probably put some slimed cards into my deck. Yep. 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 It's rude. Okay. Is any enemy vulnerable? No. Okay, so deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Let's try this one. Okay, so that's spreading out the damage. Hey, Golden Wing, thank you. I should be able to do one more attack. And then Stomp now costs 1, so I can deal 12 damage to all enemies. So let's do that. Okay. I will take damage. Well, let's see. I'll be getting 3. So I'll be taking 11 points of damage, which isn't optimal. But I have a free bird swoop. First off, deal 5 damage to all enemies this many times. So, yes. And then let's use the bird swoop to take you out. Fish oil. Gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what I love. This one's fun. Perfected Strike. You deal 6 damage. It deals 2 additional damage for all of your cards containing Strike. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 Strike cards. So it would deal 6 damage plus an additional 12. The reason this card is good now is that you have a bunch of strike cards. There are events that may change you. Like there's one that will change you into a vampire, and it changes all of your strike cards into something else, and that sucks if you have this. But we're going to go ahead and grab Perfected Strike. All right, one more combat, then a rest, and then the boss. Oh, what are you? Oh, I don't trust this. A Cubex construct. You have Artifact, which means you negate a debuff, so there is no point in me trying to apply a debuff to you. So what I will do is I will draw 3 cards. Okay. You're not going to attack me, so I should do as much damage as possible. Let's go ahead and just attack you with 8. The vulnerable's not going to work. You're going to negate it, but that's okay. Because now I still have... Okay, so this will deal 9. And then these will deal 6. Okay. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Oh, okay. I do like, it's cool. It's just cool, the artwork. Okay, you're going to attack for 9 damage and buff. Great. Okay, so whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. That sounds good to me. Deal 6 damage, add a copy. Deal 14 damage. I'm going to gain 5 block and deal 8 damage. Okay, that's better because now I'll be able to block all of your attacks. Ooh, what with the little eye beam? Again, that was cool, but rude. Rude. Okay, can I do 14 damage to you in 1 turn? I believe I can. Headbutt will deal 9 damage. And I can move a card to the top of my draw pile. So I think we'll go with a freebie. Oh, we'll go with Bird Swoop. So I'll go there for the next turn. But now I can just deal 6. Okay, so yeah. Whew, that's all right. Oh, wait. Ooh. I think I will get rid of the... I'll discard the fish oil so I can take the block potion. Ooh, this one's interesting. Fight me. Deal 5 damage twice. Gain 2 strength. The enemy gains 1 strength. That just sounds fun. I am not even close to developing a strategy yet, so like this is just like everything's fun. Okay, heal 24 HP because we're going to need it. And let's take on the boss, which is a slime thing with a blade. Oh, we are so dead. Yeah, we're so dead. Vantum. It's just Vantum. Also, it has... Oh, gosh. Okay. It has Slippery. So the next 9 times it loses HP, it only loses 1 instead. Meaning I need to basically bap just to get this buff off the character. So every time I hit it right now, it's just going to do 1 point of damage. So I'm going to use all of my freebies. This will be 3 hits. Okay, I will be able to block all of this incoming damage. Tink. Oh, I like that. That was cool. Oh, that just got bigger, didn't it? So this is the fun thing, is that the enemies will change their shape and size based on their attacks. So yeah, the blade gets bigger because they're going to hit me harder this turn. So that's fun for me. It's not actually fun for me. Okay, we're going to do another. We're going to basically, we're just trying to file down that slippery buff as much as we can. I don't. Okay, I can block for 8. So we'll do that. And draw a card. That's just a strike. That's fine. Sword Boomerang. Okay, deal 3 damage to an enemy 3 times. So I'll be able to take down 3 more of those slipperies. Slipperies. And then finally, all of your slipperies worn off. I know, I said it. I'm going to have 1 point of damage come through to me. It's over. It's just over my head now. Oh my gosh. It's over my head. This enemy intends to attack for 27 damage and give me 3 status cards. Okay. 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 Let's hit you for 8 damage and apply 2 vulnerable and gain 1 energy. Let's attack you for 14 damage, well, which is actually 21. Let's deal 5 damage twice, but also give you 1 strength. This is probably a bad idea, isn't it? This is a bad idea. And then we apply 14 to all enemies for free. Okay. We are getting good. We got it down to 100 points, but this is going to hurt. And unplayable cards. So you threw 3 unplayable cards. So they just take up space. You cannot do anything with them. This is going to suck. However, my perfected strike is up. So deal 22 damage. Because it deals 2 additional damage for all the cards containing strike. Also, the enemy is vulnerable, so this hits twice. Okay, so let's do Battle Trance. Draw 3 more cards. Okay, let's deal 20 damage with this one. Actually, sorry, 30 damage with this one. Let's deal 33 damage with this one. And you're going to buff yourself. So I don't have any damage incoming this turn, so I can end my turn. You buff yourself with strength. And you're going to... Okay, so this is the fun thing about the bosses, is the bosses also do a loop. So now the boss is sort of back at the beginning of the loop. So when you deal with your strategy, you can say, okay, what are they going to do? They're going to hit me hard, harder, harder, then they're going to buff themselves and go. So that's usually what you can rely on them doing. However, don't waste any time. Like, just so we're clear, do not waste any time. We will deal Perfected Strike, 22 damage. And then we'll actually defend. So we'll take 2 points of damage coming through. You have 15. Yeah, see, and then it's like, argh. But I am, I'm coming, buddy. It's not your day. It's just not your day. Reap the whirlwind. Yes. I was really, okay, for a moment when it went into the goop, I was afraid it was going to like reform as another boss. I was really afraid that was going to happen. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Transform all attacks in your hand into giant rock. Giant rock deals 16 points of damage. Or demon form. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength. Or thrash. I'm going to go with primal force because that just sounds fun. Every attack in my hand becomes a rock. It was a big rock. Okay, so now you go to the next floor, Act 2, the Hive. This is a melting dragon. A puppet has arrived. Can you check on Father? I'm too tired. So when you start a new level, you get like a passive, an artifact. So Pile's Tears. If you end your turn with unspent energy, you gain additional 2 next turn. Remove 5 cards from your deck. After each card, randomly add 1 back upgraded. So after each, so we take 5 cards now, but we get those back upgraded after each combat. I think I'm going to go with the Tears. Okay, so is anything interesting up our way? It's just fights and okay. There's an elite over here, so we could probably see what that's like. We're already 40-ish minutes into the run, so there's that. Hold on. Aggressive. This enemy tends to attack for 17 damage. They're going to apply afflictions on your cards, so they're going to make my cards weirder or worse. And they try to leave after 5 turns. So you got 5 turns and within which to like smack them. Okay, so let's do vulnerable to you. Let's hit you for 21. Then let's hit you for 14 or 12. Actually, that would hit. Yeah, because the thing is I have nothing to block with, so. Okay. Unfortunately. What did you just do? What did you just do? You just stole Stomp? Buddy? You just signed your own death warrant. Okay, you're going to buff yourself. Okay, you're flying. Okay, flutter. This is a fun thing. This is a fun thing. Because they are flying, they receive 50% less damage from attacks. And I have to deal attack damage 5 times to stun it. So basically, everything I do is going to be half damage. This is not going to be a problem. They're also going to do 21 damage, but I think that I can take them. In a fight, is what I meant. I think I can take them in a fight. I was wrong. I couldn't take them in a fight. So I'm going to take 10 points of damage. But that's okay, because... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Transform all cards in your hand, all attacks in your hand into a giant rock. Okay, but first... No, we're going to do this just because it's fun. 3 rocks. Just bam. Just smack. Give me my card back. Give me my loot. Let's see. Lose 1 HP. Exhaust 1 card. Gain 1 strength. I don't love that. Ah, so now we're getting an enhanced card. Headbutt Plus deals more damage as a base. So, yeah. This is fun. I am going to save and quit. I was like, because you have options. So if you save and quit, it'll bring you right back to here in your run. What I'm really curious about is the multiplayer. So I want to find other people who also grab the early access because I'm really curious how multiplayer works. But for now, we'll go ahead and leave out of this because that was nice. It's nice to be back on Slay the Spire. It's definitely what caused me to be able to say, okay, I'm going to sit down, calm down, and start just doing math on the fly. Because when I first played Slay the Spire, I was not paying attention to the math at all, and I was dying like that because I wasn't paying attention to how much incoming and outgoing, and I thought I had it, and I did the math wrong. So that's how I now approach deck builders when I start shoutcasting the turn in advance, because it's me telling me, like, okay, here's how much is going to happen now, so I'm either going to live or die this next turn. So yeah. Hey, thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching. If you want to see more of what's coming up, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out more videos, there will be gaming videos coming, well, honestly, as soon as I stream them and get them online. So it's been great. Thanks for spending time with me. Hope to see you again soon, and yeah, take care.